Welcome, kings and queens. You are now seated at the King's Table. I'm your host, author, and life coach, Bernard King. And this evening, we're entering sacred territory. Tonight's episode is titled Protecting Your Energy When Trust Feels Broken. Now I want you to settle in. Whether you're driving, sitting in your living room, walking under the night sky, take a deep breath with me. Inhale peace. Exhale tension. Because tonight, we are not reacting. We are reclaiming. Trust is one of the most fragile yet powerful forces in human experience. It's invisible, but it shapes everything. It's silent, but it governs everything. And when trust is broken, it doesn't just disturb your mind. It disrupts your nervous system. It unsettles your spirit. It fractures your sense of safety. Some of you listening right now have been betrayed by a partner, a friend, a family member, a business associate, even someone you mentored. And what hurts the most isn't just what happened, it's the energy you gave. See, trust is spiritual currency. I'll say this again. Trust is spiritual currency. Every time you open your heart, you're making a deposit. Every time you show up constantly, you are investing emotional capital. Every time you believe someone's word, you are extending credit. And betrayal feels like someone overdrafted your account without permission. This evening, I'm going to walk you through understanding energy leakage, emotional recovery, spiritual maintenance, boundary reinforcement, rebuilding trust wisely, outgoing misaligned environments, and reclaiming sovereignty over your peace. This isn't about becoming cold. This is about becoming clear. Let's go deeper. Trust, energy, and spiritual currency. This is built on three pillars, my opinion. 1, consistency. 2, integrity. And 3, emotional safety. When those pillars collapse, you don't just lose trust in them. You start questioning yourself. You replay conversations. You analyze red flags you ignored. You say, I should have known. But hear me clearly. Their betrayal exposed their character, not your worth. Say that out loud. Your worth was not damaged. Your discernment was sharpened. Now let's talk about energy leaks. Energy leaks happen when 1, you keep explaining yourself to someone committed to misunderstanding you. 2, you rehearse arguments in your head. 3, you stalk their social media sites. 4, you replay the betrayal like a documentary series. And what happens? Emotional exhaustion, spiritual fatigue. You can't pour from an empty cup, family. So here's your reflection question. Who am I still giving energy to that hasn't earned access to it? That question alone would change your life, because energy is excess and excess is privilege. The emotional aftermath. Let's talk about what really happens after betrayal becomes stages. 1, shock. 2, denial. 3, anger. 4, sadness. And 5, numbness. And most people get stuck in numbness, because I have. You say, I'm good, but you guard it. You say, I don't care, but you closed. You say, is what it is. You know what we say. It is what it is, but you're wounded. Here's the shift. Stop trying to understand why they hurt you. Start understanding what it revealed to you. Maybe it revealed you overextend yourself. You ignored intuition. You confuse potential with character. You tolerate inconsistency. That's growth data, not self-condemnation. And let's address something real. Sometimes the betrayal wasn't personal. It was developmental. You outgrow the dynamics of the relationship. Elevation exposes misalignment. And when your vibration rises, not everyone can breathe at your altitude. That's not arrogance. That's evolution. And I speak about that a lot, the evolution of consciousness. Energy, hygiene, and spiritual maintenance. Now, this is going to be pretty good here. You shower your body daily, but do you cleanse your spirit? Here's my energy hygiene protocol. 1, silence before sunrise. Before you grab your phone, sit in stillness. No notification, no noise, just breath. 2, regulated breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Calm the nervous system. Because when you have a calm nervous system, it equals to a calm spirit. 3, physical grounding. Walk barefoot, touch the earth, sit in nature, reduce digital exposure if it's possible. 4, cord cutting visual. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. Cord cutting visualization. Close your eyes. Imagine cords attached to people who drained you. Now visualize gently removing them. Say, I call my energy back home. Feel the warmth. That's sovereignty. Next, I want to talk about boundaries, the gates of wisdom. Boundaries are not punishment. They are protection. They are gates, not walls. A wall keeps everyone out. A gate allows entry, but with discernment. New rules after betrayal, family. No more over-explaining. I have been so bad with that. I would explain, thinking me explaining is going to help the situation, and it doesn't. Second, no more chasing clarity. Third, no more negotiating respect. Your respect is not to be negotiated. Respect is a must, not a reward. And if someone calls your boundary attitude, that's manipulation. Healthy people respect limits. Unhealthy people resent them. Next, I want to talk about rebuilding trust without losing yourself. What that looks like to rebuild trust. Trust can be rebuilt, but slowly, carefully, with observation. No blind optimism. First, rebuild trust in yourself. Rebuild trust in yourself. Ask, do I honor my intuition? Do I leave when consistency disappears? Do I enforce consequences? Self-trust creates emotional stability, and stability attracts healthier dynamics in relationships. Healing doesn't mean pretending it didn't happen. Healing means I refuse to let what happened define me and how I show up next. That's power. I want to talk about when you outgrow the people you trusted, because it does happen, and you have to recognize it, family. Sometimes you didn't lose trust. You lost alignment. Some people, I know this is going to be tough for some people. Some relationships were seasonal. Some were situational. Some were instructional, not permanent. If you're losing people but gaining peace, you're not losing. You're aligning. Affirm with me. What's meant for my peace will never require me to shrink. It shouldn't be tugging and pulling and pulling and tugging all the time. My energy is sacred. I protect my destiny by protecting my spirit. My closing reflections tonight. We learn protection is not paranoia. It's peace. Guarding your energy doesn't mean you're bitter. It means you're wise. Your energy is sacred currency. Spend it intentionally. Let's seal it by saying this. I release what broke me, and I receive what builds me. My spirit is calm. My boundaries are strong. My trust is reborn through wisdom. Thank you for joining me, family. This has been At the King's Table, hosted by author and life coach Bernard King. Protect your peace, guard your energy, and never forget who you are. And for those who want to connect deeper with my work, my website is iambernardking.com. That's iambernardking.com. Everything lives there. My books, projects, updates. You can also access everything through Linktree/IamBernardKing. That's linktr.ee/IamBernardKing. On social media, Facebook, I am Bernard King. TikTok, at IamBernardKing.coach. Instagram, at IamBernardKing.coach. YouTube.com/at IamBernardKing. I share wisdom clips, life coaching, insights, interviews, and creative content across all those platforms. As I always say, I'm not building followers. I'm building a community of supporters who are serious about growth. If this episode spoke to you, share it. Kings and queens, till next time, stay encouraged.